Greetings, Skrillers. Kent Sean here, and hold on to your hankies, cause it's time for part 4 of my 5 Commandments of Story series. Commandment number 3, the Crisis. If you haven't checked out the other videos, go give them a watch.
Link is in the description. Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Scribblers, the Crisis, in my opinion, is the most important and most often overlooked part of scenes and stories. Without a compelling crisis question, characters can't make interesting choices. Without tough choices, we never really learn who we are. Today, we here at the Kent Sean YouTube channel are going to learn you all about how to craft crisis questions that move your story forward, reveal character, and keep readers turning pages. But before we get into it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss one gust of our literary hurricane. What is a crisis and why should you care? Crises? A crisis provides a question our hero has to answer that drives the story forward. The kind of dilemma you present your character is really important. There are an infinite number of questions, but there are not an infinite number of interesting questions. For instance, whether or not to have sugar in your tea. Not that interesting, but whether or not to bash your sister in the head with a teacup. Now we're on to something. Every unit of story, each scene, sequence, and act must have a crisis. The crisis represents a fork in the road. It is critical that both paths lead to very different places. Otherwise, they get stale. How do you make sure your crisis question puts your hero in a difficult dilemma where they must make a hard choice? Make all the options available suck. Either you offer your hero the best bad choice, or make them choose between irreconcilable goods.
The best bad choice!
The best bad choice crisis is when we give our character 2 choices that suck, and then make them pick the one that sucks the least.
That doesn't seem fair. Life's not fair.
This is a great chance to reveal character, because what you choose reveals a lot about who you are. In the Hunger Games, Katniss gets one hell of a best bad choice crisis right in the beginning of the story, when her sister is selected to participate in the annual murder festival or whatever. Katniss can either sit tight and let her sister take her chances in a battle royale with kids twice her age, or she can go and fight for her life and, even worse, have to pretend to be in love with that weird chin guy that decorates cakes.
Wait a second. If everybody's starving, how is there demand for cake decorating? Word.
I really like to use the best bad choice crisis for early turning points in the story. They hook the reader and establish an emotional connection with the characters.
Irreconcilable goods! Okay, what does the first word mean?
An irreconcilable goods crisis happens when we force our protagonist to choose between 2 positive outcomes.
Wait, where's the conflict in that? It's a win-win.
Aha! Here's where that big word, irreconcilable, that I definitely did not just look up, comes in. The options we give our hero might be good, but not for everyone, and not in the same way. I'm going deep into Nerdsville for my example on this one. In Superman 2, Clark Kent goes back to his ice castle to ask his robot dad to make him human so he can marry Lois and have a human life with kids and a white picket fence and hemorrhoids. The whole 9 yards. But in order to do that, he has to give up being super strong, bulletproof, and able to fly so fast he can spin the earth backwards and turn back time.
That's ridiculous. It could work.
On the one hand, he's an unstoppable crime-fighting machine. On the other hand, he gets the gal, a couple of rugrats, and love. This is a great example of how to use the internal and external objects of desire to create drama. The Man of Steel's internal desire is to smooch on Lois. His external desire is to crush bad guys like tin cans and melt things with his eye lasers for truth, justice, and the American way.
Superman needs help. I don't need help.
One word to the wise, vary your best bad choices in irreconcilable goods. The worst thing we can do as storytellers is become predictable. Switch them up in your beats, scenes, and sequences. That'll go a long way to keeping your story humming. Okay, here it is, your crisis checklist. A crisis is a question that represents a decision your character must make. Crisis should be significant to the protagonist's object of desire. The crisis should be a best bad choice or an irreconcilable good. If possible, put the crisis at odds with what the character wants and what the character needs, or against the internal and external objects of desire. Vary your crisis questions to keep your readers guessing. So there you have it, a quick down and dirty overview of the 3rd commandment of storytelling. Ladies and gentlemen, submissions are now closed, and this will be the last time you hear me say this for a while. for the awe-inspiring, cup-destroying, pencil-snapping, pen-draining, head-balding, metaphor-mangling, sentence-spewing, cash-reward-reaping short story competition. Of Doom! Winners will be announced August 1st, and I can't wait to showcase the top stories in the contest, so please, stay tuned. And also, go check out the results of my Working with an Editor series featuring Bethany Votaw. It's up on my website right now, the product of our collaboration, my sci-fi thriller short, Lydia. Go read it. Why are you still here? Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and please come visit my website, kentshawn.com. Till next time, scribblers, butts in seats, fingers on keyboards.
Stupid Superman.
Stupid Superman. Stupid Superman.